Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the full article here to begin with. Then I'll be playing multiple videos in regards to the incident that we're relaying here. There's going to be links to everything in the description, links to this article, links to all of the Twitter accounts, so you can check those guys out. They deserve the credit. I'm just the guy playing the videos, but let's start off with the Gateway Pundit article here. A crowd of an estimated 100,000 people gathered at Lake Eola Park in Orlando, Florida, to watch the city's Independence Day fireworks display, panicked and stampeded during the fireworks show over an unfounded rumor of an active shooter. So it says here, firecrackers reportedly set off in the crowd were mistaken for gunshots, and that's what provoked the stampede, injuring 12 people and separating families. So there was no active shooter. There was no active shooter. False rumors based on seemingly firecrackers. And it ensued a lot of panic. So we're going to watch multiple videos in just a moment, and we're going to see a heck of a lot of people. They say an estimated 100,000 people at the park, Eola Park, Orlando, Florida, to watch the fireworks for the 4th of July celebrations, Independence Day celebrations. They're out there with their families, with their children, with their neighbors, with their community, to have a nice, peaceful evening, somewhat in celebrating their lives, somewhat in celebrating their nation, America, United States, the historic day of Independence Day. And it was shattered, as we're going to see from these videos. I'm going to watch, we're going to play half a dozen or so, and we're going to see a lot of panic, and it's really, really heartbreaking. Bear in mind, they're all fearful that an active shooter is occurring. An active shooting incident is occurring. Thankfully, they're wrong, but this is very, very indicative of how stressed out people are, how on edge people are, how fearful people are. I guess in particular regards to there being active shooters at events where there are a lot of people. So let's start watching these videos. All of the banging going on, all of the explosions are the fireworks going on. These guys are not overly panicked, I would say. Some of them are. We can see a few of them running, but mostly they're walking at a fairly fast pace. These guys are running. But even if they're not massively panicked, they've had their whole evening destroyed. I mean, the fireworks are literally going off as they're leaving the area, with a certain level of fear, a certain level of annoyance. They've had their whole evening disrupted. And the children, how is this going to affect them? We don't know. Like on a psychological, emotional level, they're going to be extra wary of the potential for shootings anytime they go out to any kind of function. So we're going to watch this one. These guys are considerably more panicked. And by the way, I'm not criticizing them. I would be panicked too if I was of the belief that there was an active shooter or shooters. I would be panicked myself. I'm not blaming them. A lot of these guys are running. They are genuinely fearful. They are genuinely fearful that there's an active shooting occurring. They are scared for their lives. They're scared for their partners' lives, their children's lives. They're panicked, man. And again, there was no active shooter. It was a mistake, seemingly. Some firecrackers were let off in a crowd, and then we can just see this effect the ripple effect. I mean, there's perhaps a name, I'm sure there isn't a scientific name for this effect which causes a stampede. I guess we can be thankful that the streets are so wide, so it has enabled 100,000 people to either run away or walk quickly away without, I'm going to say, too many injuries. So a dozen injuries, none fatal. So I'm going to say that that's perhaps a blessing there. But again, the mental disruption. Here's an aerial view.
There's got to be a shooting or something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's got to be a shooting or something.
Oh my God, there's got to be a shooting or something. Yeah, I mean, that's what you would think, isn't it? You know, if you see all of these people evacuating the area at speed, okay, not all of them are sprinting. Most of them are fast walking, a little bit of a jog, but they are all leaving the scene during the actual fireworks. They came here to watch the fireworks, to have a nice, peaceful time, a moment of community, again, with their families, their children, their partners, their neighbors, other people in the community, to celebrate their lives, how fortunate we are. I mean, the city looks beautiful. This is Orlando, Florida. The city looks beautiful to me from this aerial shot here. A nice, pleasant city, spoiled. The whole mood has been spoiled. The peace has been ripped apart. You guys are not allowed to enjoy yourselves anymore. You're not allowed to have celebrations, go to mass events where there are, you know, a mass congregation of people. You're not allowed to go to sporting events anymore. There could be shootouts. These aerial shots are perhaps the most telling. Well, perhaps not actually, but you can just see the sheer number of people that felt it appropriate to get the fuck out of there. You know, whilst the main show is going on, it's so unfortunate and it's such a shame that you guys in America are being denied the opportunity to have peaceful moments, enjoyable family time. You're being denied that opportunity on a community level because of the threat of active shooters. So on this very same day, 4th of July, there's been an active shooter in Philadelphia, as well as Chicago, Illinois. 6 dead in Chicago. I've made a video in regards to that. I'm shocked it's only 6 dead in that one. Absolute craziness. So that happened earlier in the day. This is an evening event. And of course, Philadelphia is something I think maybe, I can't remember now. I did make a video, but I can't even remember if there was fatalities in the Philadelphia one. I think, no, 2 officers were shot with non-life-threatening injuries. And here, no fatalities, 12 injuries in the midst of the stampede. But a hell of a lot of panic, a hell of a lot of mental damage occurred, I would imagine. Again, another aerial shot. So we can see how many people panicked. I mean, it's a huge amount of people that have been panicked. If it's not every last person, it's what, 60%, 70, 80%, 90% of people? There's tens of thousands of people that are panicked. To some degree or other, some of them are walking fairly casually away, but they are still leaving in the midst of the big show, which seems like a nice show, if you ask me. It looks like they had planned a nice fireworks display. Again, such a shame, but a blessing. There was no actual active shooter. This one's showing a mother screaming for her lost child, her son. hope she found her son, Nikolai. You know, a primal scream. She's scared witless. She's lost her son. She might be believing that there's an active shooting incident occurring. She may be fearful that her son has been shot and killed. She may be fearful that her son has gotten lost. That she may be fearful that her son has perhaps been abducted. All she knows is that her son is not with her. And she's scared witless. So, you know, condolences to her. Hopefully she did find her son and they're all safe and well. And here's the final video, which is very much on the scene, right in the heart of Eola Park. Am I getting that? Yeah, Lake Eola Park, right in the heart of Lake Eola Park in Orlando, Florida. Very close to the edge of the bay, I think I'm right in saying. And we can see, I'll press play in just 1 second, but we'll see the families, the parents, the kids huddled, hiding behind the bushes, desperate to save themselves, desperate to save their children. So sad. Again, no active shooter. Firecrackers were thrown into the crowd, perhaps in this area here, or close to this area. Some people got panicked, and then this ripple effect occurred. You know, people saw other people panicked, and they thought, "Oh shit, I should panic too." Cowering in fear, running in fear, hiding in fear. Fuck me. I mean, it's so sad. It's so tragic to see. Again, there's a massive blessing here in that there wasn't an active shooter. There's been no fatalities. That's a big blessing. But look how on edge you guys are, and it's not only you guys. I personally feel on edge in this kind of way, and I live in Australia. We don't even have guns over here, you know, or, you know, not a huge amount of guns. It's not a significant concern for me. But I wouldn't go to these crowded events. I'd be very reluctant to, because these attacks happen worldwide. Sunday, there was a mass shooting in Copenhagen, Denmark, in a shopping center. I made a video in regards to it. If I recall correctly, 3 killed, 2 17-year-olds, 1 male, 1 female, as well as a 47-year-old Russian national, shot and killed by a shooter. I believe it was a 22-year-old who was arrested without incident. I believe he had a rifle on him. And then 4 other people critically injured, in critical condition. 3 dead, 4 in critical condition in Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark. So it's not only America that these things happen, but overwhelmingly so. On this very same day, you have this event here, which thankfully was not an active shooter event, but it had the repercussions of an active shooter event. And then you had your shooting in Philadelphia. I believe, if I recall, 2 officers were injured, 1 shot in the shoulder, the other one grazed with a bullet to the head, if I recall, but both in non-life-threatening injuries. And of course, most tragically, you've had your shooting in Illinois, Chicago, I believe it was, which led to at least 6 fatalities, and I believe more than a dozen injuries. It's possible, I believe, that the number of fatalities may increase. And thankfully that shooter was apprehended. In Philadelphia, I made a video about that, let's say an hour and a half ago. That was at the time still considered an active shooter, and hopefully that person has been captured. But look, this is all of the information I have for you guys at this stage. If you've seen value in what I've done here today, if I've shown you some nice videos, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. Of course, give these guys some love too, the Twitter guys that are on the street. This guy happens to be a professional reporter by the look of it. Perhaps it's his footage, perhaps it isn't. But by and large, these videos are made by you and me, non-professional journalists or such, but people on the street armed with little more than a camera phone, a smartphone, a cell phone, whatever you choose to call it. And we're able to take high quality video, 4K footage in a lot of these cases. We're able to take these videos on the fly and really give us a better understanding of these situations, and perhaps give us an information overload. Perhaps I'm guilty of that. Perhaps you're becoming addicted to social media or these tragic events. If that's the case, go away, stop watching these videos. And I'm going to stop making this video right now, but please do like, comment, subscribe, and take care.